19 after 7, an accident westbound 80 at Madison Avenue. And a crash eastbound 50 at Sunrise. I'm waiting for the solo. There we go. Yeah. It is the Average White Band. I've got work to do. Speaking of someone who has work to do, here is Dan in Sonoma. Hello, Dan.
Sean, I thought you were going to say someone who was averagely white, but I'm averagely white on the inside. I live in a Mexican body, so this I can't help that.
I am so confused. So you're average white, but are you good white or bad white?
I don't know. Who knows? I'm so confused. I was before the left started perverting the transgender and whatever. You can be whatever you want. I was way ahead of that decades ago. Yeah, I was a white guy trapped in a Hispanic body before it was cool.
Wow. So you're like Barbara Mandrell, who was country when country wasn't cool.
I guess I'm a trendsetter, I suppose. So, and this is also an interesting morning.
You are a trendsetter.
This is also an interesting morning because I'm giving up coffee for a while. I've got bad acid reflux, so I don't know how coherent or incoherent I'm going to be on this call and the rest of the morning. So we'll see. You've been warned.
Can't be worse than I am, and I've had coffee, but just the thought of not having coffee is making me panic. Yeah,
I'm living on just milk right now. That's all I got. Full, not too. I don't like the 2%. Drink regular milk. We'll see how this all works out. It didn't work out too well for Nikki Haley last night. I didn't watch all of the debate. I was at a previous engagement, and then I get home. I watched maybe a third of it. I don't hate Nikki Haley, but she's being revealed probably more so last night than anywhere else that she is an establishment candidate. She's not as bad as, let's say, Mitch McConnell, but she's certainly leaning that way, and that explains why she's getting so much corporate money. Because if she does happen to get in, she's probably not going to make the presidency. But there's a fair shot she can make vice presidency, and that's what these donors are sort of counting on. She's off track. She's very off track, and Ramaswamy did kind of nail her on a few things. It was kind of a two-man tag team with DeSantis and Ramaswamy teaming up on her, and I don't blame the two of them because look, the establishment. I don't like this phrase that goes rather, I'd rather take like a Chris Christie rather than Joe Biden. Sure, of course you would, but that's only a temporary fix. Anytime you get a moderate or liberal Republican in any position of power, that doesn't last very long. It destroys the brand, and you get a Democrat right afterwards.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Christie, and I will not vote for him for anything.
Last night, he was occupying space, literally. He was occupying a lot of space.
Well, we can do that. We can take up space.
Yeah, that's what our wives say about us. So,
sorry about that.
Well, you had that ready. We didn't plan that or anything. You had that ready. I'm impressed.
I am too. I love pigs in space.
I did too. Yeah, that was good. So now that the debates are over, the focus after New Year's Day will be the primaries in Iowa and New Hampshire, which are virtually worthless. You only get a handful of electoral college votes from each state. Remember, Ted Cruz won Iowa back in 2026, and you know what happened to his presidential aspirations. And New Hampshire is one of the goofiest states in all of the republic. The hardcore left wing. It puts our left wing-ism here in California to shame. The real test will be the Super Tuesdays when that gets going. I think in March. When you get a lot of electoral college votes from multiple states, and that's when things really get going and start to take shape. But it also brings up my point about, the primaries are happening for both Republican and Democrat, and that's right around the corner. And I'm still waiting to see if the theory is sound that Biden will not be the nominee, who's going to run against him? Time is running out.
Who is going to run against him? Gavin Newsom.
He's got to get going on that. He keeps saying no.
He is? Well, everything he says is a lie.
We know that. Hey, let me something real quick here. There's an outbreak of avian flu here in Sonoma County, and that means there's going to be a rising cost of eggs. Now, of course, I blame myself for this whole problem since I live here. Now, whenever something goes wrong, you always blame the Mexican.
You have to live somewhere, Dan. We don't blame you.
Well,
no.
Well, no. Yeah.
You're allowed to live somewhere. Look, I'm not a leftist. If I were a leftist, I'd probably say, no, you have no right to live there. You should get out of there. But no, we're going to put some other people from far away there, and you have to go. But anyway.
Well, again, my wife would disagree with you, but anyway.
Well, mine would disagree with me, too. So anyway, we're just getting started, and now I got to go. I'm going to go get some coffee. I'll have some for you, Dan.
We'll pick it up tomorrow. Thanks, bud.
You take care. It is 7:25. Rain likely this afternoon. It's 45 right now.